Hello, this is Alex Fix. I'm the original designer and creator of the first prototype for Merchants of Medieval Europe.
And my name is Daniel CHOU, and I'm the marketer and graphic designer and owner of the publisher, CHOU Games.
Merchants of Medieval Europe is a 3 to 6 player game designed for casual gamers. The game is set to play between 45 minutes to 2 hours, depending on the number of rounds the players wish to play. In Medieval Merchants of Europe, you are a merchant traveling across a section of Western Europe. Players are poor merchants trying to make their living buying and selling their goods for the best price at the whims of the fluctuating market. Young merchants should be wary of not risking early debt to advance their careers quickly. Initial player pawn placement is important, but does not guarantee victory because the markets change and influence good prices and your short and long-term goals. During setup, each player claims a pawn, 5 gold pieces, and a cart mat. Shuffle the market and contract decks. Place the contract decks next to the board. Place the end of year cards at the bottom of the market deck, in order, and place these near the board. Place the banknotes near the board also, within reach of each player. Place the good markers on their appropriate value on the board's perimeter tracker, matching their initial values listed on the board. Players place their pawns on the board. To start a round, flip over the top market card and adjust the round's good value markers accordingly. The first player can perform 4 actions which include moving their pawn, buying goods, selling goods, picking up a contract, or fulfilling a contract. In addition, a player may decide to upgrade their cart to a wagon for a one-time payment. They may also decide to incur debt or pay it back. These decisions do not count as actions, but must be done during their turn. When incurring debt, the player can only take 10 gold per turn as to symbolize the hardship of medieval times. Taking debt early is essential for a winning strategy and is not difficult to repay in later rounds. Repayment of debt is at a rate of double the original borrowed amount. However, if you choose to ignore your debt, each gold piece is worth -5 gold pieces at the end of the game, and so we see players who take on too much debt unable to pay back the merchant bank and lose before they ever had a chance to win. The game ends when players play for 8, 16, or 24 rounds, depending on how many rounds you choose to play. Players count up their gold, deduct the money they owe the Merchant Bank of Europe, and contracts they fail to fulfill. The player with the most gold wins. They have built a merchant house that will last for eternity, admired by princes and princesses, while their merchant rivals suffer in silence surrounded by pestilence and disease for generations to come. Merchants of Medieval Europe is unique for its market, out of any player's control, and retains a legacy effect during rounds. It has financial mechanics, debt, risk, and speculation that keep the player guessing. The map is inspired by actual dated maps of medieval Europe, as are the resources, which are inspired by historical regional geography. Merchants of Medieval Europe is engaging. It's easy to learn, complex to master. It has a high replayability. The markets fluctuate differently every time. There are 9 different contracts, leading the player from one part of the map to the other to collect goods and to deliver them for wealthy nobles. Strategy and luck combined to make Merchants of Medieval Europe a one-of-a-kind game.